while we continue on. Next, we're going to pull that flywheel and that stator assembly. And you'll need a flywheel puller to remove that. And we've got a 19 millimeter, and you don't want to run that bolt too far in. Gets into those interior threads and grab 2 screwdrivers or 2 picks, anything small to go in there, and remove this washer. You do not want to try to do it without removing the washer, or your puller won't go far enough in. Sure. We got both washers out there. Now, we've got your puller here. Looks like this. They're external threads, and your flywheel has internal threads on them. And what you do then, just go ahead and turn this in. Left-hand threads. So you will turn it the opposite way that you normally would. You'll turn this one counterclockwise to tighten it up. And then this one here is a regular thread. This one spins in. And this turns in, pushes against that crank, pulls that flywheel right off. You want to make sure this is completely seated though into your flywheel so you don't damage that flywheel when you're pulling it off. And there is your flywheel there. That one's in really good condition. Again, remove the puller here and your flywheel is off. Now we've got your stator assembly. Right here, stator pulser. And that's held on by a couple of Phillips screws. And then the wire runs all the way from the bottom. So we've got a couple Phillips holding the actual wire itself, but as far as the stator, just looks like 2 stator bolts holding that plate on there, and that's the entire assembly. From Yamaha, what you're going to buy is this piece separate from this piece separate, and the plate separate. So if you again with the impact driver, pull those off there, and then we'll pull the wire holders. Now there is going to be 1 clamp, 2 clamp. Because of the age, this wire is going to be brittle, but it looks to be complete, no worn through areas. Just going to pop right off there. Your cam chain will be down inside there. There is your stator. You've also got to pull your sensor off as well. Go ahead and pull that off there. And there is your stator assembly. So, and then behind there we've got your cam chain. A tensioner here. One tensioner that goes in here pushes against the guide. This one just kind of comes up, pushes against the cam chain guide this way. So this is a 12 millimeter coming out the bottom here. So the cam chain looks to be in good condition. And this 12 millimeter here will run into that guide. So you'll be able to slide it out that way. So there we go, there's your other guide. So this runs up from the bottom there. This is kind of just a hole to push on it, but this one actually locks it into place, and you can see there where it's grooved. So that's your cam chain guide.